This review is going to be for the Russian Gypsy fortune telling cards, and this is my go-to deck. Like, this is what I use 99.9% of the time when I have a question or want to give a reading for somebody, of course depending on the situation, but I feel like it gives me the full story, full answer. It gives you time frames of when it should happen, and I've definitely experienced those time frames coming into fruition. This deck is by Svetlana Touchkoff, my best Russian. It comes with a book, which is definitely necessary because these cards come in different positions, and sometimes I know the positions by heart, but if I don't get a card typically when I read myself, it's always great to go back to. It gives you the history of the cards. It gives you the different positions of the cards. And this is my favorite deck because it's actually a puzzle. So you'll have these cards that you'll shuffle and pull out, and the more matches you get, the matches that you get are your reading. And then you have your final card. Sometimes it has a match, but the final card pretty much sums up what you've already done. So, as an example here, I asked my friend Jennifer to ask me a question, and she pretty much wanted to know what's in store for her for 2015. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, deal out the cards, and do the puzzle, and I'll show you when I'm done. But the way and the book will tell you this if you get it, the way you do it is that you clear the deck out with a couple shuffles, then you shuffle, I believe 8 times, put the cards down with your right hand, cut them towards you once, then put them back in your right hand, and well, put them in your left hand and deal out from your left hand. But I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so this is the reading for her. So as you can see, you do see the puzzle, and there are Gypsy playing cards. There are these images, and they look like playing cards, like actual cards that you play, like maybe for a game of poker. But these make it a big puzzle, and it puts it in different positions so you can know what exactly the story is. And I love decks that can tell a story. So typically what you'll want to have on deck with you when you do these readings with the Russian Gypsy deck is a pen and like a moleskin or a journal. That way you can keep track of the matches that you have. So as you can see, she has a match right here for the tree. Then she has a match right here for the cavalier. And sometimes you have to like really look at the cards because you may have a match that doesn't necessarily stick out automatically when you are going through and dealing the cards out. But she has scale in the down position. She has the pig over here, and then I think she had one more if I'm not mistaken, but if so, that's okay. So she doesn't have any more matches. So the main thing about this deck is that even if you have not that many matches, sometimes the absence of cards can tell you the most about the situation. Maybe what you're not getting in the cards is what you need to focus on. So right now we're going to go through and read out the meanings for the cards. So she had I can't find that first one. Oh, the trees. Well, it's actually called branches, but whatever. So with this one, the time frame is immediate to life, and she is in the left position. Now, typically for cards like this, so branches and the other cards like the snake, and you have like the hearse or the coffin, those cards are negative, primarily negative. But when they are in the bottom, the third and fourth positions, which is left and up, then sometimes it can be better for it. But branches typically it's either reconciliation or unpleasantness. So right now she is experiencing a breakup, or will experience a breakup between her closest friend, and typically a misunderstanding, not necessarily a permanent thing, but it's definitely going to be a breakup. And it'll give her time to figure out, you know, what's going on and how to repair the relationship, what they can do in the future to improve the relationship if that's what they want to do. But yeah, figure out what you're doing wrong, what the other person's doing wrong. Then you have the Cavalier, which is in the right position. The Cavalier is typically a positive card. So it's a pretty good card to get. Let's see. And I believe it is one of those closer time frames as well. And I like these cards because, you know, when you ask for a specific time frame, let's say you ask for what's going to happen in my life or romantic life within the next 2 weeks, or what's going to happen with this relationship within the next 2 weeks. It will give you the cards that say short and immediate. So short is up to a month, 4 weeks tops, to a couple days, or immediate is something that's already happened or is about to happen within the next couple days. So I love how these cards actually pay attention to what you're asking and the time frames that you're asking. So the Cavalier pretty much is about one of the cards that are about news, and she's going to experience some unexpected news. So if it's something that she's been waiting on, then she's definitely going to hear positive news about that. So she's applied for any jobs. If she's, you know, started any new friendships, relationships, then she'll definitely, you know, get some unexpected happy news about any situation that she holds dear, that she's been trying for. Then we have the next one, which is the Scales. And depending on the position, that can be positive or negative, like any other deck. You'll always have your positive and negative meanings. So within the next 3 months, everything that, you know, good that she's been doing, it's gonna, or anything, you know, that has been negatively impacting her will even itself out. So the good will outweigh the evil. So any good karma that she's built up will definitely be in effect within the next 3 months. It's definitely not meaning that she will never experience any bad things, but, you know, for the time being, everything is going to be good within the next 3 months. And let's see, my pig, which is 45. Now, pig, it can go either way. I believe this is about greed. Yeah, your greed will be punished. So this is immediate to middle. So she asked for the next 3 weeks. So this is within the next 3 weeks. So she doesn't need to take more than she needs. So she doesn't need to go out and buy anything outrageous. She doesn't need to go into debt trying to keep up with the Joneses. She just needs to you know, keep everything simple. And also, if people come around, you know, asking her for money, she needs to close her wallet, because they're not going to do anything but take from her instead of adding to her. So she needs to be watch out for that as well. She doesn't have any more matches outside of those 3, so pretty much the reading stated that, hold on, I forgot what the branches meant. Honey. Okay, so pretty much the reading is saying that she's going to sever ties, at least maybe temporarily, with a person that she's close to. She's going to hear good news about whatever she's been hoping for, wishing for. And it'll come to her at an unexpected time. And it's going to be a good 3 months for her, because whatever bad she has, it'll be evenly weighed out by good. So it's going to be a nice balance. Nothing that's going to overtake her spirit. And then we have the pig, which warns her to just not, you know, overindulge in the things that she wants. And if people want from her, then don't let them take advantage of her. So we have the final card, which has the horse, has the lady, which has the sword, and then also we have the bread. All great cards. Now the horse, when it's in the down position, well, let's backtrack. So for this final card, you can ignore the current spot that they're in. So for instance, you have the bread, the sword, and the lady all in different positions. When you come to this last card, the future is always going to be in down position. And then whatever position they are in when the card is dealt out, that's the position that she's currently in. So for the horse, it always is based off of feeling when you pull the card as the final card. So I really didn't feel anything negative. So it's a positive card for her. So she's going to experience a vivid, good experience. It's going to throw her world upside down. So she's going to, her life is going to change in a positive way. The lady in the right position means that she'll have a friend that'll support her. Let me just double check, because I think I'm reading the down position. So for the right position, honey, yeah, so in the down position, a female friend will definitely help her out in time. So that's within the next 2 weeks. Currently, right now, any help that she's receiving from anybody of the opposite sex or maybe the same sex, it's 2015. It's not due to being nice and kind. It's due to because that person has another agenda, which is love. So romantic love. So keep a watch out on that if that's what she's looking for. So anybody that's helping her is looking to love her, and if you feel the same way, then you have that option to pursue that. Then we have the sword, which is a good card in the down position, not so good card in the up position. So in the up position, currently someone has already presently inflicted pain on her heart, and that could be anybody, not necessarily a romantic person. It could be family, it could be work, but pretty much the card just advises just to accept the pain, because the pain is a part of life. And don't take it the worst way and go overboard with how you feel, because I mean, it's just something that's a part of life. Deal with it, move on. If it's been in a relationship with someone and they hurt your feelings, or if it comes to family, whatever, it'll work out. Just because someone hurts your feelings at this time doesn't mean they necessarily need to be out of your life. In the down position, which is the good position, it means that you'll be protected in time. So someone's going to be around you and make sure that you're good, whether that's a boss, more family, a relationship, or just, people that we pay in taxes to take care of us. You'll definitely be protected. And take heed of whatever feelings that you feel, because it also is a good card to warn you about things. So if you have a gut feeling, listen to that gut feeling, because that is what's going to protect you as well. So it could just be your intuition. The last card is bread, which is my favorite card because it's about that money. So in the right position, that means that profit and happiness, and success in business affairs. So currently right now, maybe the good news is that job, because bread is all about income. And then in the down position, it's saying that you'll be made happy with the present. And so the sword was immediate. The bread is middle, so that's 1 month to 3 months from now, since that's the question. The horse is immediate to middle, and then the lady is, I believe that was short. Yes, short. So from 1 week from today up until 4 weeks. And then, yeah, the horse was immediate to middle as well, I believe, too. So have a lot of things happening that's good. Yeah, the horse was just immediate. So it could have already been starting, but it will be starting in the next couple of days, where you will get that great change of life pace, which I know that she wants. So I love this deck. It's definitely depending. I got the hiccups, but depending on what you actually want and ask. Oh my God. I'm just going to have the hiccups at the end of this video. But depending on what you want and ask, it definitely will give you a lot of information. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes I will have like maybe 12 matches. 12, maybe. I think I've even had like 15 matches before. And it's just long-winded. And you get tired of writing after that. So, and especially if someone else is asking you the question, you're not reading for yourself. But it's definitely a good deck to have. It's easy to read, not complicated. Once you get the hang of it, you just follow the flow of the cards. And typically it reads just like a story. So most of the time I take it that these cards are what's building up to this final card. This card pretty much sums up everything that's happening in the entire reading. So, great deck to have. Not expensive. You can get this on Amazon. I love it. You will love it too.